Hello YouTube, and this video today is going to be about dubia roaches and my dubia roach colonies. So I want to show you a very productive breeding colony. So I've got a lot of colonies of roaches here because I breed them and sell them, and I'll put the link online to my eBay site where you can buy these. But this is a very, very productive breeding colony. So I want to show you guys what that looks like. I've had a lot of questions about, a lot of people buy colonies from me and then they want to know when they're able to start feeding to their reptiles without depleting their colonies. So your colonies are not going to be as big as this, but this is the kind of stuff you're going to want to see. Now, this colony is extremely productive, and that's the warm side. I keep it near the heater. So they're going to be stacked up down there, but I want to show you the production here. So these are females brooding their young. So as you can see, this colony is producing very well. Now these are the back trays. They're more densely populated up here because that's the warm side. So just back here, we've got huge production. Now look at the size of these roaches. These female roaches are full grown, okay? And they don't start producing like this for about a year. That's something to keep in mind if you're breeding dubia roaches. The females need to get very big. They actually start breeding in about 6, 7, 8 months, but they don't start supercharged breeding and pumping out the young until about a year. It takes that long for your females to start producing at this level, okay? So this colony is producing, and I move these females out into different, and the males into different breeding bins, and then I raise up the young in other bins, okay? But this colony is super productive, okay? So why is it super productive? Because first of all, I've got everything going on that it needs. I've got heat back there, and on this side, it's cooler. So they can migrate out here when they want to get cooler. As you can see, they've done that, but they're probably just overcrowded in the front. I've got some fruits and vegetables. I'm going to add a little bit more stuff today. So I take that out when it gets moldy, if it gets moldy. There's cleaning crews in here, so they take care of a lot of that. My gelled water, which I need to add a little bit more of. So this is a great idea I found for water, is I put my gels in here. I'll do that real quick. This is my crystals, water crystals. All right, and then the roaches can go in there and out, and I can clean that easily. And then I throw lemons in there, limes, fruits. If they eat it, they do. If they don't, I take it out. And then, of course, I feed them roach chow, which you see is the powder over there. So let's take a look. That's a freshly molted male. So as you can see, we get further in here, they get more densely populated, but still, the females are all in here brooding these young. You see the females, they're in there? And all of the young are down there. The females brood those young. They take care of them for a while. Okay, here's the other side. So that's what a very healthy, productive colony looks like. You could feed from this forever, okay? You could supply food for a lot of reptiles, amphibians, whatever it is you're feeding with roaches. This would be a an unlimited supply, okay? So I wanted to show you guys that. I had a lot of questions, about when can I start feeding. You can start feeding from your colony when you see this kind of production, when you see lots of young coming up, okay, then you can start feeding these young, okay? Look at that. I can start feeding that right now. And I could feed forever from this colony. In fact, I do, and I sell, all right? So that is an extremely productive colony there. You can see the females. These are the broods. And then these females are fat. They're about a year old. So they are at their highest point of production right now. So I'm gonna post this on the channel. You guys can, if you have any questions about that, So the necessary things are the heat back there, the water crystals, the great nutrition that's always available to them. Okay, they get in there and they eat and suck out the juices of limes. They like limes and lemons a lot. Okay, but take that stuff out when it starts to get moldy. All right, so that's my breeding colony right now. This is all I need to breed thousands and thousands of dubias. And then I raise them up and I sell them online. All right, and I'll put the link down below. I also sell starter colonies. So, in fact, that's what I sell most of, is starter colonies. So this is a colony that I'm using, that I sell out of, okay? But they're breeding in here also. So these are active breeders, and they are fully grown. Most of them, a lot of them are young, but these are the fully grown females, all right? And this is what I sell from. So these guys are ready to go. They're almost, these females are probably 6-7 months old. So they're starting to breed. They're healthy, I feed them really well. And this is also a very productive colony. Even though it's not a breeding colony for me, it's a selling colony, so I sell from it. But they grow so quickly now that I'm not running out. So if you want to start a roach colony, a Dubia roach colony, follow my link, go to YouTube or go to eBay, buy my starter colony. It's 20 females and 8 males. That's all you need to start. And they're at their time to start breeding really well. So if you take care of them, provide everything they need. Another key thing I didn't mention is the ventilation. Make sure you got that. Sometimes I even run fans to make sure the air is getting in there. And then your heat and your humidity, if those things are where they need to be, you can have colonies like this, okay? But you need to pay attention to them and take care of them. So they are a tropical roach. If they get out in your house, they're not going to breed in your house or become pests, but they will roam around your house until they die, which if your house is warm could be a long time. But in the wintertime, they die and they cannot reproduce in this climate, so you don't need to worry about that. All right, they won't infest your home. Okay, so that's it. That's the super productive breeding colony. And this is one of the colonies I sell from. I've got some more. I've got different types of roaches too. I'll do some videos on those later. But this was the Dubia roach video. If you have any questions, please put them down in comments. I'll be glad to answer them. If you want to buy a starter colony with these roaches, just follow the link. Thank you. And to subscribe, leave a comment.